So, Big T, what are we watching tonight, man? What are we watching tonight? Please, let it not be so. Really? Terrifier 2? Big T, that's all we watch, man. That's all we watch. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, what it do, guys? It's your boy O2, and you know I'm back at it doing the most as usual. Oh, sorry, guys. I was having a time with Mr. T, who is still in picture. Hey! We just ran a little funny skit for you guys. Thank you so much for joining Do the Most Gaming Podcast. If you're not already subscribed, please do me that kindness and hit that subscribe button. It's free. We're putting out, we don't know how long we'll be doing a podcast, but we're for the foreseeable future, for now, like my wife said, we'll be doing podcasts. You can be listening. It'd be nice to get this on Spotify, but I don't want to overcomplicate things. My wife does some of the work with me. It's a team effort on the YouTube channel. Although I do most of the uploading and editing and stuff. She does a lot of background things that nobody knows about. So she's a part of the channel, guys. Today we are doing a kind of a would you rather. I'm not gonna say kind of. We are doing a would you rather, but So today's not scripted. Other beyond the questions that have been pulled from the internet of would you rather, we have no script. There's no fancy paper in my hand with a bunch of research. We have spared you that expense, that pain. Maybe some people probably like it. Some people don't. I don't know. Y'all need to communicate more in the comments. I've been trying to say that, but nonetheless, thank you so much for watching. Check out my thriller books. I'm an author. I'm trying to write my 7th book. I'm at a spot in it right now where I've got some writer's block, but I'm going to work through it and hopefully finish it this year in 2026. So I'll have 7 books nailed down and a 6th book released, which is my very first novel, guys. But we won't go too far into that. I may end up making a whole video talking about that aside from it being a podcast. I don't really have a playlist for that because I have the mental health playlist. Excuse me. We ate Mexican today and
it's talking back.
It's talking back, guys. Ooh, my burp smelled like a fart, guys. Oh. Anyways, be sure to stay for the whole podcast. We like to have fun and talk about things in depth, but do it in a short time. You know, we're not in a big established company yet, but so we're not doing like hour and a half, 3 hours. We're not doing Joe Rogan's length podcast because we don't have those kind of people yet. We're just doing the most with our gaming and talking about it. And we are doing some would you rathers that I found that are pretty cool and interesting that I thought you guys might like to hear about. Our view on our take. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. I really would. Seems like dead air every time I drop a video. But nonetheless, we are getting some views on these videos. So we're going to continue to do it. And we are thankful for every subscriber, every person that views. And like I said about my books, you can check out I have links down in the description of this video. I'll say that every video I put out because I'm gonna promote myself, whether people believe me or not, because eventually the right people will see me and they will buy my books. Not that I haven't sold some, I have, but not to the extent to where I can be making a living off of it, guys. But would you rather? So we've got 5, so we will take our time and really comb over each would you rather, and my wife's gonna weigh in just as much as I am if the question hits right. If it, she hasn't gamed nearly as much or as long or as, I've been a PlayStation boy all my life, even though I have played some Xbox and on a computer. But we're gonna start with question number 1, guys. Would you rather? Is this actually question 1? Okay, this is question 1. Now this is kind of a given, but because you see symbols and stuff. Would you rather? I'm going to ask myself first, and I'll answer it, and then she'll answer after. That's how I guess we'll do it. But would you rather play games on a console, or would you rather play, and this is only play games on a console, or only on a PC? Now, for me, this is a no-brainer. I'm gonna say console, guys, because one, I own a laptop, but I don't own one of them big gaming PC type ordeals. I'm not even willing to spend the money. My PlayStation 5 provides enough for me that I'm happy. Um, so we'll get through this one pretty quickly. What about you? I would say
Oh,
probably
I've also got to go with console.
console, yeah.
I mean, the controls make sense with a controller versus a keyboard. Like, I mean, I understand that it's more, I guess, effective to be able to take a computer or PC with you, like in a travel sense. But yeah, I'm console all the way.
Yeah, console, man. It's no contest. And for the PC people,
Good
it's
for you.
good for you. Good for you. We're happy. We love that you love your computer, that you decked it out in diamond encrusted pieces. We admire your love for your computer. We just like our computer to be console form, home oriented. We're homebodies, anyways. We like to refer to ourselves as cave dwellers. The couch is about as close as we'll come. We do it. We've been to some caves, but beyond the caves that we go out and explore, and we want to go back to some to video and put on YouTube for you. But we do like to call ourselves cave dwellers. So yeah, when the PC is for, and I think the PC is for a guy, for the man that likes, man or woman that likes to splurge, because I don't think a nice PC runs
Cheap.
like a PlayStation 5 would be, if several $100s versus potentially thousands of dollars for a PC. It's just a no brainer, and having a keyboard like W means something. This means, I don't know. It's been so long since I've played on an actual PC that it's not a contest there.
I think a lot of people's preference even comes back to like just kind of what they grew up on.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that.
Yeah, I do think. I think. Yeah, early development. What were you exposed to first? And some people, it's not. It can get nuanced into being like they grew up around consoles or arcades, and then got into technology type stuff, and started working in IT or something, and loved computers so much, and that's how they became a PC player. There's many ways to the same carrot, so to speak. So our next, would you rather? Would you rather play only single player games, or would you rather play only multiplayer games? And I would even include multiplayer being co-op, meaning two-player, local, meaning like in the same building, same house, or multiplayer meaning online with other people only. For me, guys, this is a tough. It's gonna get tougher. So this is probably one of the toughest. I love single player games. This reminds me of the Elder Scrolls. Um, those are single player games, and if they didn't exist, if they never existed, I'd be alright with it. I'd be like, all right, yeah, fine. But man, that would kind of suck. Just in that alone, if you think of the Elder Scroll games, like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, that kind of sucks. But I'm gonna have to go with multiplayer, guys, because Fortnite, and that's what I mainly shoot, guys, on my YouTube right as of right now. It's subject to change in the future. The only constant is change, but we do play so much Fortnite. We push Fortnite. We enjoy it. We love the thrill of winning. We hate to lose, but we do love to play, and we love to win. We love to put our wins out on YouTube. That I'm gonna have to go with multiplayer only. If I had to pick one or the other, I've made so many good connections online with people. I've had bad interactions too, but I think the positive ones outweigh the negative experiences I've had online playing with people. And the co-op games, the multiplayer, we're playing Split Fiction right now. The episodes are currently probably still coming out because this will drop the next Sunday, the 18th, 19th, something like that. 17th, 18th. Doesn't matter. um, I think multiplayer games they're definitely making the more money than the single player games. Free to play on Fortnite, and you got all the other multiplayer games, the Call of Duties, um, all the war games, and all the games that I don't play, guys. I do. I have to. I've had to pick a lane because I run a YouTube channel. I have to pick a lane, and playing online seems to do fare better with views than if I were to just shoot Oblivion remastered all the time, or if I was to play another single player game all the time. I think people would eventually get tired of it. So I'll let you go with this question: single player only games or multiplayer only?
Well, the word only is very loaded in this question. I'll start with that. When you
For
limit
sure.
yourself to one or the other. And I will also say, like, it at different points in my life, my answer would have been different, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So I would have to go now. I'd probably have to agree with you that I would only want to play the multiplayer games, just because that is how we enjoy spending time together and things like that. But definitely in my younger years, I would have probably gone with single player games, like with The Sims and I don't know. There were just other games that I played once upon a time. It was never as big into gaming as like you and things, but
Yeah. I
there
would.
was a chapter in my life where
Yeah, and I would say the same thing. Younger growing up, yeah, I preferred the single player, getting lost in the single player
yeah.
games too. So I kind of agree with that in a sense. Yeah, but gameplay is one of our love languages. There is more than 5 love languages, guys. Hey, today you learned gaming can bring a couple together. So we both agree on the multiplayer as of right now. I do kind of agree with it in my younger years. Single player was a little more fun. As you learn to game, it's better to be in a single player environment, I think. But if you do quickly immerse yourself in online multiplayer modes on games, you'll start to learn really quick. And the quicker you learn, the better potentially you'll get. So that was a pretty good question on would you rather. And I'm trying to eyeball these next ones that are coming. Okay. Yeah, we've got some good ones for you guys. We've got some good ones for you. The next would you rather, guys, is would you rather play only games you already own, or would you rather play games you still need to acquire, like games you haven't gotten yet? Now that's a loaded question too. Wow. But this is an easy one for me, guys. I'm going to go with the playing the games I already own, because you got to think I'm already pushing Fortnite videos out, episodes, matches, shorts. I enjoy what I have right now. I'm content. I think this question comes with a little bit of a life lesson too, from my end at least. It's when we're not content that we're the least happy. I don't know if it's true for you, but it's at least true for me. When I I want more, I want more. More's not enough. Nothing can satisfy us as humans. We're greedy individuals. It takes empathy and at least sympathy to branch outside of oneself and make one's awareness larger than outside of your personal bubble or your personal life bubble with your people in it. Um, I think with this, the games that I already own are enough. I'm content with what I have. If no other game came out again, I would be good. As long as these games are still running and people are playing them, I'm content with the games I got. As long as they keep coming out with the same 2K, they keep selling me another year of 2K NBA. I'm cool with that too. Like, not to say like running through Split Fiction and finding out about it a little later than usual. Is fine, and learn finding new games is cool, but I'm totally fine with playing only games I already own for the mere fact of the value of learning, being content with what you have. Because we're in this society right now. I don't want to get like political or anything, but we live in a society where what you have is not enough. You need this. All the ads that are on the streaming services. I don't even know if anybody watches cable or satellite TV anymore, but they're showing you ads of why you need this, why you need this object, why you need this service from somebody, why you need this app versus other apps, why this one's the right one this time. If we learn to be content with what we have, we would be a lot happier as a species on Earth. And that's just my view on this question. So, yes, for me, the games that I have, I'm content with. You want to say your answer? What do you have?
I mean, I would completely agree. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not the biggest gamer, and so I don't keep up with what's coming out. I don't keep up with the new trends. Like, it's if you find a co-op game to play, or we're playing Fortnite, that kind of thing. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna have my nose in a book.
She reads a lot. I'm currently reading a book by Sadhguru called Death. It's really good. It's about facing death and all of. He goes so in depth. If you have not read this book, guys, the cover is off of it. I will mention it. It's called Death by Sadhguru. Type in Death and then Sadhguru, Sadh Guru. Do you know how to spell Guru? Guru. Very wise man. I'm a little over halfway through the book, roughly, and it's great. And I also write books, so I don't get to read as many books as she gets to read. But yeah, that one's not. It's loaded, but it was pretty easy to answer when you really think about your values, your own personal values. So the next, would you rather on our would you rather uh, podcast episode this week. Would you rather play only games that challenge you? Now, this is a funny question how it's worded, because when I first read it, I was like, hang on, this video game's going to make me do push ups? Listen to this, guys. Would you rather play only games that challenge you mentally, or would you rather only play games that challenge you physically? When I first read that, I was like, this game's going to be like, drop down 250, and I've got like electrodes pushed to me, attached to me, and I'm pumping out push-ups. But no, it's talking about games more of like mentally, meaning like you want
puzzle?
Puzzle games and stuff, games that are filled with puzzles and mysteries and figure it out on your own type shit, or games that challenge you physically, like Fortnite would be an example. That's physical, brainless. There's some strategy involved with like where people are at and how you need to win and stuff, whatever it takes. But that's a physical game. A puzzle game would be more like, um, trying to think. Anybody play the Civilization games? They're kind of puzzly, but more. Trying to think of something. Uh, the perfect series that blends it together perfectly, both physical and mental, is the Uncharted series, guys, because they had plenty of puzzles within it. That was the perfect blend. That's probably as much puzzle as I want, but I'd rather have a physical game personally, something that's going to just require me to sweat physically, I guess, versus challenge me mentally. I don't want to. We have these escape rooms that we pay to go to for a reason. The escape games. Have you ever been to an escape room, guys, where you pay and you pay somebody to lock you in to try to figure out how to get out? Let's leave it like that. It's okay to have a little bit of puzzle element, I think, into a game, but I'd rather play physical type games than mental type games, because I'm already doing mental gymnastics 24/7 around the clock, which is why I can't sleep half the time. Anyways, that's my 2 cents on it. So definitely physical games. Pow pow, climb, jump, stuff like that. I live it for my wife for this one. What do you think?
I think they both have their place, if that makes sense. It is nice in a physical game where you can like mindlessly just run around and shoot people or try to do things in a faster way. But personally, we're probably gonna disagree here for the first time. I'm kind of going with the mental side, like the puzzle
Nice.
Side. I do try to see more of like, especially when we're playing split fiction, I really do try to like see the whole quit. I do try to see like the whole picture and like how working together and things like that. And I do sometimes struggle with the physical aspects of doing things at a certain speed and things like that.
Yeah.
So I would probably have to go with the puzzle.
The puzzle.
Because I can always like, or when I'm overwhelmed, like I can always just get off or like unplug from it and do something else. It's not like I have to stay engaged in a hard puzzle.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We have a disagreement, guys, and that's cool. That's what makes this fun. Very fun. So on our next Would You Rather, guys, it does get better and better, these questions. Would you rather play only long, endless games? And I would attribute to something like, well, let's see. Or would you rather play only games that are less than 20 hours long? So I would consider Fortnite an endless game. You can just keep play again. Also, something like Oblivion, Skyrim, the open world games, Grand Theft Auto, Would you rather play these endless games that seem just you cannot ever beat? It's continuous. Or would you play like a game that has 20 hours of gameplay, like the Dead Space, the Split Fiction game that we're currently going through? Would you want to play those games? Most of them have linear storylines versus the open world, or typically they might have a linear, but they have a lot of side stuff to do. For me, I'm gonna have to say the endless games, guys. It's kind of like an arcade. Again, 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 again. I want to be able to play again. If I like something, I want to do it again and again and again and again. And that's that dopamine drip in the brain, guys. Versus, and I want to preface with, I guess, end on a note with, I do appreciate the storyline games, the linear storyline telling games. I do appreciate games that try to tell a story. I do appreciate these games that don't take forever, that you can enjoy that with somebody or without somebody. But if we're talking about games we get on every day to escape the reality that we're currently in, to have fun, to experience new things within the same game, perhaps. But we're still you're getting what you want every time you come back, versus, hey, I've done finished this game, I can go back through it for the trophies. But so that's why I'm choosing endless, because it's endless, and you're not just gonna stop playing video games one day unless you decide to, I guess. If video games is your lane, you're gonna want to come back to something, right? To something that you can keep playing, like these replayable games like Fortnite and other ones. Minecraft for the Minecrafters. I never could get into Minecraft. I've tried years ago. I just can't, guys. I can't. And if you're my age playing it, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I'm just playing, but I'd like to hear my wife's take on this.
I kind of want the best of both worlds. So in all actuality, I probably, again, this kind of goes back to like me choosing the mental side of gaming. I prefer the linear storyline, but I hate when the storyline ends. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
I wish that the linear storyline was almost like circular and just didn't end. I love the Sack Boys. I love the style of game that I'm getting to play in the linear
And you
version. I
can
just hate that it ends and there's nothing new.
and you can go back through the Sackboy Adventure
Right.
thing.
It
So
just it
yeah,
means that but it's been played.
it's
Like if
been
I've
played.
completely beaten the level, like
If you've beaten all of it, if you've 3-starred or whatever
right.
it was, if you've done everything you can do in the game, it's a
But I
wrap.
always find myself wanting more, if that
Yeah,
makes sense. And so I guess I have to go with the like
the endless.
yeah.
She's having to go with endless, guys. See, my reasoning is mad, and for my, I forgot the quote. It's actually a philosophical quote, but you see, endless games are what keep people. I can't hardly talk now. Endless games are what keep people coming back, and that's the staple these days. If you can keep people coming back, people are going to come back and play more and more and more. Get people addicted. Addiction is an entity, I believe. It's definitely a disease, especially with substance and potential hoarding and other types of addictions, that a lot of people want to harp on substance and forget that their closet and their floors are full of junk. But anyways, the last question that I have for the would you rather for this podcast, and we can take our time on it, and it's a pretty loaded question too, but when I really think about it, it's going to be pretty easy for me. And you'll probably go on the other. I think we're gonna disagree before I even let this one out. But I have my reasons, and they're mad. I'm a madman, guys. But would you rather only play games released in the last 10 years, or would you rather play only games released more than 10 years ago? Guys, there's been a lot of great games that came out before 2016. Lots, lots and lots. The first couple Uncharted's came out before, um, 2016. If we're considering a 10-year time frame, there's been a lot. So many that I'm not going to sit here for 5 minutes and name off every game. Get on Google and be like, which ones have I played and which ones do I know about? But there have been so many. It's more games were probably released before 2016 than there have been after. Although that number will diminish as we progress through time. But you got to think Fortnite, was it 2017, 2018, somewhere around there? I'm gonna have to pick with. I kind of say this with movies too. Don't get me wrong. I do like some older movies. There's some cult classic movies that I love, guys. I adore that are old as hell, early thousands, even some '90s movies. Because I'm a '93 baby that I really thoroughly enjoy. But overall, I've even said within music and movies that I like the past anything past 2010. But if we're gonna go a 10-year time frame, I'm gonna do the last 10 years versus um, uh, more than 10 years ago because we've advanced so much the graphics, the gameplay, the level of realism, the updates, even though they can be glitchy. There's something about the newer games now. It has made for more competition as far as content creating and competition, but that's the fun of it. And I just think the newer games are better. It's got more people talking about it, man, than ever before. We have more people gaming than ever before. What used to be what kids do, the kids that grew up are now adults playing video games, and people love the new stuff. People are buzzing over this stuff. And I say that literally. They are buzzing like a bumblebee about the new games that are coming out. People are stuck on Arc Raiders. People are stuck on, a lot of people are stuck on Minecraft. Um, it may be over 10 years old by now. I would guess.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
should be.
yeah. But it's a newer game compared to you think, mm, you know, I think some old games. Like Nintendo style stuff, Mario and stuff, the older games. Jack and Daxter for PlayStation, Ratchet and Clank, which they have some recent installments within the past 10 years. Some games have outlived their life expectancy, so to speak. That they have been released in the '90s and early thousands, and they've still put out a game in the last 10 years. But I just think the last 10 years has produced so many good games that I don't think going back would be an option other than for nostalgia reasons personally. But I'm gonna let my wife lay either way way into it. Go ahead. I
Well,
can't talk today, guys. Sorry.
your assumption would have been right, and I am going to go with the old school. Like, let's go back to the before 10 years ago style of games. I just think that, well, yes, the graphics have gotten better. I mean, and great games have progressed and all of the things. Like, there is something about the simplistic graphics, the simplistic gameplay, the just the fact that some of those games haven't died off in 30 plus years. There's something to be said about that, and I think that we could all benefit from being a little less modern, if that makes sense.
Yeah, a little less modern because with modernity comes stress, guys, and stress is as big of a killer as obesity, poor sleep, poor diet, lack of exercise. Stress can kill you just as quickly as these other things, if not quicker, guys. So I do understand where you're coming from that aspect. Um, Live fast, die young, baby. No. We thank you so much for watching this episode as we went through 5 would you rather deep gaming questions. We hope you liked the little intro video I did with me and Art. Well, I mean, big Mr. T. Scratch, scratch, cough, cough. We hope you enjoyed that little mini skit, and we'll be in touch next week for our next week's podcast. We don't know what I literally have to come. I come up with these gaming topics literally either the night before or the day of. So because I'm doing so much in between putting out Fortnite content, other videos, trying to think of new ways to incorporate new stuff into my YouTube. We're gonna even throw up some music a little bit because I do some music now. My best music stuff that I've done, best songs I've made, haven't been released. We're still trying to figure out how we could probably get that made and put out. But nonetheless, thank you for joining this podcast. Be sure to drop down in the description below and check out my novels, guys. At least buy the first one. Check it out. Try it out. Or read the synopsis. If it ain't for you, then move on. But thank you guys for watching. You already know that O2 does the most. I will see you. Drop a like. Leave a comment. And see you in next week's podcast episode. Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you for having me so
You
much.
better wrap this
And
up.
shout out to Big T, Mr. T. Peace out, guys. Have a good day.